What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In this video we're going to be kind of all over the place, so I do apologize in advance. Some clips that you're going to be seeing are from a few weeks in the past, and a couple of them are from the present, so I try to do my best to make this all into one video. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get down to the shop and start with the modifications on the FG2 8th Gen SI. Do detent springs really work? I don't know, but we're gonna find out. I'm not gonna say that it was the easiest, but I got the passenger side mount off, so I believe it's these three bolts here. We're gonna loosen them out and put the springs in. One of the bolts. As you can see, that is the original spring that we're gonna take out and replace with these springs. So I'll go ahead and do all three of those. There is a spring difference, top one being the original, bottom one is the hybrid racing. I am going to intervene right here in the middle while I'm editing this, because it was about this time that I got the car back together and I drove it home for the night, and my car was acting up. It was acting funny. It actually locked me out of gear and I had no clutch pedal whatsoever. I wasn't really sure what was going on at the time, but I knew that I had to bring it in and check it out. So long story short, my throwout bearing actually went out on me, unfortunately. I don't really have an explanation why that would happen to me, other than the previous owner didn't change it out when he was putting a new clutch in himself. But like I said, I have no for sure answer on that. But in these next couple clips, you're going to be seeing me while I was at work doing a clutch job. I figured if I'm going to be putting a new throwout bearing in the car, then of course I was going to be putting a new clutch in as well, just because I was down there. Also did a rear main seal and cleaned up everything else while I was in there, just because, it is hard to get to. Apologize for the clip jumping here, but back to the video. This is right about the time that I got the subframe dropped out of the bottom of the car. Everything was going out pretty smoothly, nothing really held me up too much. In fact, the only issue I had at all was the fact that the hub and the axle would not separate from each other. Really quick, I just wanted to mention that the custom battery tray that I welded in didn't cause me any struggle whatsoever in the removal of the subframe. But after I got the subframe out of the car, I was able to remove the transmission and gain access to everything I needed to. So here you can see I got the transmission out. I went ahead and cleaned the inside of that out because there was a ton of dust. I took the old rear main seal out and I put a new one of those in as well, like I had mentioned. My steering rack I actually separated from my subframe. That was staying up in the car from bungee cords. I had the entire engine supported on 2 jacks, and like I said, I had some trouble with the axle not separating from the hub, so I had that rested on a jack as well. Here is what the throwout bearing looked like when I took it out of the car. I really was not going to make a video on this. I was just coming in to knock it out really quick, but because I'm taking a quick break, I decided I'm gonna document it and probably throw it in my next video. But I was driving the car the other day and it locked me out of gear, started smoking, making noise, pushing the clutch in and out, so obviously that's probably the throwout bearing. I did get the transmission out. That's what the throwout bearing looks like. And needless to say that she was smoked, literally. So that's Gandhi. But cleaning everything up. The clutch actually wasn't bad. I don't really have an explanation for why this happened. The only thing I can come up with is the previous owner put in a super cheap clutch and throwout bearing, or the previous owner did a clutch job and didn't replace the throwout bearing, which is amongst top 3 stupidest things you could possibly do. But yeah, I am doing a full clutch job and rear main just because I'm down here. Might as well. So this was actually really unfortunate timing, because after the detent spring modification, I was planning on going home and opening up a package I had in the mail, which of course ended up being my Honda Flash Pro. So after the throwout bearing went out on me, I wasn't able to tune the car for obvious reasons. But the minute I got done with the clutch job and got the car back together and everything was a-okay, you bet your ass I took it home and put a base map on the car immediately, and I could not be happier with the results. So that's what you see in this next clip. I do apologize that I didn't get any driving clips in this video. They will be in the next video, I promise, because I have a new camera mount coming and it will allow me to shoot better clips while driving in the car. So as far as modifications go on my Civic, that is going to be it for this video. For future modifications, I have quite a few things coming. I do have, like I said, another shift knob coming in the mail. I actually have a rear engine torque mount right here that is going to be going on in the near future as well. A couple other small things here and there, but I have Skunk 2 Alpha Series header coming, and then I'm going to retune the car on its final tune, and we should be able to get some hopefully better footage once that comes. So before I close this video out, we went ahead and threw on a set of wheels on my lady friend's car and her daily driver just to give her a little style. So let's go ahead and shoot to that. This is our 9th gen Civic Coupe. There's nothing too special about it. It is a daily driver and we hate the wheels that it has. We really like to do something about that. We have these old 17-inch wheels lying around from a previous car. We don't like the design of these either, so we're gonna try to paint them and see if we can't make them a little bit better. But first we gotta clean them off. So clean them down, then we're gonna give them a respray. Originally we were going to turn these into some alloy wheels and paint them like an aluminum color, but since then we've decided to just spray them black because it'll be a little bit less work, and the car's already got tinted windows and it would probably just match better. So we're gonna wipe the wheels down with some alcohol and then we're gonna spray them down with the good old Rust-Oleum. We got a little help from our friend here. A couple of these wheels were actually really bad and curb rashed. This one doesn't look to be too bad, but there's some spots here on the edges that are bubbling up. So I can get you a better look. That's where I'm going around with the just cleaning that edge up. As long as you don't stay in one spot for too long, it won't turn out wavy. But we're repainting them, right? I'll go ahead and put a little coat on this and we'll be back. All right, we just put our last coat on these wheels. Just wanted to take a second before I close out to tell you how good these cars are looking right now. I went ahead and color matched my tow hook. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for the next one.